if you like, because we need to penetrate these areas. If I'm basically fighting an orthodox fight, I need to penetrate his centre space, so I need to penetrate between his legs. There's a basic rule. If he's a southpaw, I need to penetrate outside this leg. In the same way, if I was going for a single, a sweeping single, I'd have to do the same thing. I have to bring the foot slightly outside. It doesn't mean I can't take those shots. I can't hit you from it. But I basically need to be able to penetrate inside and outside the foot. Can you understand that? Outside the foot, and if he's going the other way, inside the foot. So if I'm going down into that position, I need to be able to penetrate inside this foot. And this foot, if you like, is a probing foot. And again, so a staff foot, people who come down again off the film and looked at it, and they've interpreted it that way. It's a heel toe. Quickly revising, we go heel toe when we walk forward, and toe heel when we go back. And the step is actually rebounded. It goes heel, toe, and then off the toe again. You see it? So if I was making a shot on somebody, I'm here, so I've gone in, the shot is in and it's out. I've made the damage and I'm in and out. I can't make the damage, that's time. Any time spent on delivery, or preparation, delivery and recovery, and redelivery, is time he's got. I've lost. And if I'm not aware of that time, that's why again what we talked about was interval of time. The beginning of a process and the end of it, and the space between the beginning of the end of one process and the beginning of another. So I have to have this, just as you do that on the motorway, and people tend to, when they fight, they lose perception of time and space. So they have no understanding of what is or what the measurement is being taken on me looking of me being able to measure that in reaction times against you and my body components against yours. Yeah. That would be the analysis. My unconscious mind is taking care of all those details. Yeah. If I don't point out to my unconscious mind what those details are, it can't put together the pieces of the puzzle. It doesn't mean I consciously I go, he's there, he's there. But unless I'm specifically having this conversation with myself, and implanting these ideas in my head, my unconscious mind ain't going to solve the problem. So I don't have to sit there and unconscious mind going to Zen repose, never trained in my life, and now start dealing with self-fighting. I've got to put this information in. Yeah. If I put garbage in, the unconscious mind puts garbage out. Yeah. So if I'm putting absolute total rubbish in there, my unconscious mind will surely work out the details of the response, but the response will be wrong. It will only work if somebody else is doing this the same thing. You understand? So we have to work this idea of detail out. If we take a stance, but I only use it as analysis for those people who watch it, because a huge percentage of people come from karate, or have looked at karate, or even Western painting, if you want. That this stance, because this is a penetration stance, this is a penetration step, and it's depending on how far away you are or how tall I am. That step is either long or it's short to get the job done. Does that make sense? And we'll work on the steps a little while into the film. But this is a penetration step. If you're coming for this leg, if you're shooting for this leg, and you're coming down, I'm now squaring this stance up. So we could say that this stance is a square stance and it's defense. If I'm fighting square, it means to change to a penetration step takes time. If I'm fighting penetration step, and the emphasis is too much on the penetration, like some systems will work. It means to go to square again. It means if I'm going back with this leg's staying in the same line. If you grab this leg, for example, this leg, by going back, allows me, by turning this leg back, it allows me to turn the corner on this right leg. If I just let this leg go back, then it means that you have a good chance of getting the two legs, or catching the leg which is going back, and it's going directly back in the same line as you came in. That's why when we do it, we usually cut an angle, so we cut off that. So what I need in order to function, I need a stance which allows me to be penetrated, but square to sprawl quickly, but also a stance which allows me to evade off angles, not square, so that I always remain in the same line. In other words, if you came at me, just walked at me, I could more or less predict if your head stayed, and I don't know when you're coming, but if you stay on the same line with your head, I could shut my eyes and let it hit you. The idea is your head's there one moment and your head's somewhere else the next. If you go back off that back leg and you stay in that line, it's so easy for me to know where you're going. I say, I know where you're going home. I know your number, your house. You scratch my car, I don't have to come around you now. I can come around later. And you're telling me where you're going home to, because the back leg is more or less telling you where your retreat is. So when I'm retreating, I have to have stances which allow me to retreat and possibly cut an angle back in on you, so I can cut an angle to take it down. Does that make some sense?
Yeah.
So we need what we call, the stance needs to be a combination of being penetrative and squared. And that, you end up now with a stance, if he's kicking, that allows you to block those legs. It allows me to kick these legs at angles, which we're doing on the thing. And not have stances which I have to turn corners. I have to come with the big route around. Does it make sense? It allows me in much quicker. On the principle, this would be the safe side zone. True. It allows me, if you like, to cut off angles on this side much quicker. I'm never ever square. It might be that I'm up front for a moment, but when I'm actually making my move, I can't move in square. Does it make sense? On the principle, if we recap again, if we walk, we can see that I'm posting one leg because my head is above it. And because that puts weight on that leg, and that allows me to jump, to rebound weight off it. Well, we won't go into the tactics of it, but that basically, I need to have a head on what? One leg or another when I'm punching and kicking.
When your leg is forward, where's the weight distribution? Is it slightly forward or?
It would depend.
Yeah.
If he turns around and he's a southpaw fighter, then you sit.
Yeah.
Now, I can't now fight you off this side because I'm working too. Now, this is a general rule.
Yeah.
If we turn back around to orthodoxy, say you have a very good left hook, and the general idea is that I move this way.
Yeah.
I move away from the right, but I could very well be moving into a left. So when I'm moving now, you see where my head has gone over. My head, to help this entry, moves up to this side. Because now where's my weight? It will allow me to come in this way. But now here, if I want to move away from that right, I've got a choice that I can move away from my right on an orthodox. I can move on the southpaw. I can move around the southpaw. Does it make sense? Yeah. But equally, if this is a strong hand, I can still move. If this was a strong southpaw hooker, I can still move this other way around you. I can move left or right on the guy.